Welcome in, everybody, to Bedford High School in Bedford, New Hampshire, where we have today's Division I lacrosse action as the Bedford boys will take on the visiting Souhegan Sabres. I'm Corey Munster Tiger here with BCTV, joined in the box today by my good pal Harry Kozlowski. Welcome, Harry.
Glad to be back here, Corey.
Pleasure to have you today. I know you covered a baseball game earlier today. It was not as successful as we hope to see the lacrosse team do today.
No, it was not the Bulldogs' day on the diamond, although they ran into a really hot pitcher. Mike Crowley knocked out 12 batters and basically held the Bulldogs at bay until the 6th inning when he started to kind of lose his arm a little bit. But the final, I think, was 10-2 today against Londonderry. So tough loss for the Bulldogs baseball team.
Tough when you get a guy on the mound throwing heat, but we'll see what we have here this afternoon as the lacrosse teams take the field. The goalies have met. Matt Desmond for the Bulldogs.
No stranger to that name, Matt Desmond.
Absolutely, senior goalie, hockey player, captain of this lacrosse team. He met at midfield with Andrew Mullen, a senior for the Sabres. We are lined up for the face-off, and we're ready to get things kicked off here. Dalton Roberto for the Bulldogs comes away with that face-off nicely, steps it into the box, and now will settle for the offense for the Bulldogs. Dishes off to Colton Poole, junior starter at attack. Now dishes over to Derek Kaliza, the sophomore attackman. Bulldogs will substitute out, and Sean Toscano will take the ball. Junior captain dishes near side back to Roberto as they get it around the wheel. On the crease, we have the third starting attackman. That's Luke Purnell inside, working the crease. Drive here righty by Toscano, finds Purnell. Can't get a shot off right away. And he chooses to dish it back out to Toscano.
Yeah, Purnell's thinking about taking that shot, but lost the shooting lane in the process.
Usually, if you can get your hands free on the inside there, it's a great spot to rip. In close, goalies have a tough time adjusting. Good slide there by the defense for Souhegan. Zach Griffin wheels away from pressure, now gets it over to Toscano on the near side. Colton Poole harassed in this corner here, near side. That's Aiden Guile. Pass goes over the head of Roberto, out of bounds, and that's a turnover on the Bulldogs.
I was going to say the Bulldogs are showing some good patience with the ball, good ball control. Souhegan stout on defense, not really giving the Bulldogs an opening, and self-inflicted wound there, turning the ball over, gives the ball back to the Sabres.
Absolutely. Now the clear attempt, near side. That's Finnegan Moran. Gets it up front there now to Chris Whedon. Whedon back to the middle of the field to Colin Douglas. Now near side to Anthony Garrett. Hawks now behind to Manning. Far side, wheeling it around. That's Aiden Lawrence on the far side. Ball's on the ground.
Good play by Kerr to knock that ball away, knock it loose. Now they're trying to come up with possession.
Great check there again. Kerr mixing things up there, getting the ball on the ground and then knocking it out of bounds off of the Souhegan attackman. Gets the turnover. Now we have Joe Michael running through the midfield, evading defenders like he did on the football field all fall, as he was the starting quarterback for the Bulldogs. They have a one-man clear, if you will. Many times they give the ball to Joe and deep in their own territory, and he's able to elude defenders. Bulldogs will settle again into their offense, working a circle right now. Excuse me, not a circle. They're in a 3-3. As Purnell is on the crease. Toscano dodges left, puts it back in his right, and it gets checked out of his stick. Picked up there by Sam Stevenson. We have a broken stick as Roberto runs to the side. Shaft snapped in two. Near side now. Slips on the turf. That's Garrett. Now gets it far side over to Lawrence.
Yeah, Garrett was ready to pull the trigger until he lost his footing.
Ooh, good pop right there in the middle. Believe that was Henrishon. Comes away with the GB too. That's ground ball for all you lacrosse fans out there. Now near side, they find Kevin Sheridan. Up quick into the middle, they find Luke Sy. He legs it out into the offensive end and will likely sub out as the defensive-minded Sy trots to the sideline. Little pick behind, push. They're going to get a 30-second foul there on William Davidson. Tough one. You might call weight room if you're a defender there, but he was running, did have possession, took that shot right in the back and did fall down. And therefore, we'll have a 30-second penalty here. 8:10 to go, still scoreless in this first quarter. Teams are kind of feeling each other out right now, Harry, as they're patient on the offense. Working the ball around, looking for good shots, not settling for outside shots at this point in time.
Fairly even game. Really no dangerous scoring plays yet, but possessions are even. Defensive plays, really more defensive plays than offensive right now.
Bulldogs rotate into their man-up play. Kuliza takes a shot, saved inside by Andrew Mullen. Deflects off of him, but the Bulldogs back it up near side. Good hustle by Tyler Daldo. Working from X now. Ball side, now goal line extended. Shot is wide. Again, backed up by Daldo. That shot inside, I believe, was by Purnell. Couldn't quite get it on cage. Toscano up front now. Top center. Now near side. Step down shot by Toscano is wide. Again backed up. Kuliza takes a shot. Good save inside there. Well done by Mullen. Ball gets
loose.
Batted around. And pulled out of the pack is Finnegan as he gets out on a fast break. Shot, saved by Desmond. Great job.
Oh, he saw that all the way into his net.
Offside
netting
high.
Of his stick, I mean.
Yeah, his butterfly net got in the way. Good for him. Henrishon looking to dish off now. He finds Colton Poole. Poole far side to Kuliza. He'll settle things down. Pops it back up to Toscano, who waits for Zach Griffin. Get a switch here. Now the short stick switches over to Toscano, which is the mismatch he's looking for. Draws the double, pivots away, dishes across, bounce pass. Looking for Purnell inside, but he couldn't quite make that connection. Almost had it backed up on the backside there as the offside midfielder was in possession to potentially pick that up, help a brother out, but can't make that play. Now Souhegan clears without too much of an issue as Zach Bartlett dances through the midfield. Brian Riccio on the field, the freshman long stick midfielder, was guarding Colin Duckless up top. Well, midfielder's going to take a run, gets double teamed. Excellent double team from behind by Spencer Henrishon. He's breaking out. Can't make the catch there, but outstanding double there. And he clears. Henrishon looking to dish it off. Great play there by Spencer Henrishon, the sophomore, coming through big. Josh Beaton does his job too, gives it to Griffin. Griffin going to take a shot. Misses near side. Backed up behind by Kuliza, who will step it in from X. Pick and roll behind. No extra daylight, so they dish it up top. Drive, rip, too high. Andrew McGee couldn't quite get that on cage. 4:55 to go here in the first quarter, still scoreless. Defensive struggle so far. Although not much of a struggle as the defenses have been doing quite well. Dish here. Bounce shot can't go. Griffin misses the net, but again, it's backed up. This is Daldo from behind. Far side Griffin. He's guarded there by a long stick. That's Brady Melvin. Now Roberto. Forced to his left. Tries to get back out to the right, but good defense there by Anthony Garrett. No real significant threats so far by either team. A couple of glancing saves by Mullen. Desmond had a good offside high save, but very little action as far as the offense is concerned. Griffin drives lefty. Pulls a defender, Brett Bouvier now. Seems like everybody's waiting for somebody else to do something. Kuliza from behind now. This is really where you want to live. We got a cross check right to the helmet there. That's going to go for a minute. So Anthony Garrett playing some defense, got a little bit up high there. I don't know if they're just going to call a slash or a cross check, either or. His check was to the head of Tyler Daldo. So he'll go in the box and feel shame. 3:28 to go here in the first quarter. Again, still scoreless. Bulldogs in a 2-3-1 to start. Work it around the outside and we'll rotate into likely a 3-3. There's the rotation, working on a wheel on the far side for the right-handers. Toscano can't handle the pass, does pick it up now, runs away from two people. Gets it back in the mix. Dish one more time to Kuliza. He's got an open step down. There it is. And now the sneak from behind. Shot wide, got deflected out front. Purnell couldn't get it to go, but backed up by Daldo.
Good setup there by Bedford. Purnell just couldn't get the shot inside the far post.
Kuliza on the sneak far side, can't get that to go. Yeah, that plays what we call a wheel, where you just keep working around your man up, so you get the defense rotating, and eventually you find a man wide open for a shot. In that case, taking a crank from a low angle, tough one there. But again, it's backed up, so if you can pick one of those corners, you're doing all right.
And as a shooter, you pay attention to where your back people are. You know that you're backed up, so it's worth taking a shot. Even if you don't get it on net, you know you get the ball back.
Toscano from up front. Can't get that to go from top center. And we're back to even. 2:25 left here in the first quarter. Scoreless at Bedford High School. Nice dodge, face dodge there. Can't get it to go as he hits pipe.
Very sharp angle there.
Yeah, Colton Poole made a great face dodge, went down, goal line extended, got back to his right hand and hit the crossbar. Chased out near side by Zach Griffin. Great hustle there to keep possession. But
possession time definitely in favor of Bedford. They've had a couple of man advantage situations, but haven't really been able to convert anything yet.
And Andrew Mullen got a little help from his friend, the crossbar there. He's made a couple good saves, but that one the Orange made. Toscano's going to take his man from behind. Circles down to X. He's guarded there by long stick Brady Melvin. Gets top side and it's saved by Mullen. Hustle now on the ride. Bulldogs defenders can't quite get the ball back on the ground, and now the Sabres have a break. They'll slow it down. We have a flag down on the field, likely a slash behind the play during the clear. And Souhegan will get into their offense. Drive now, well defended, good help D. Weak shot in on Desmond, deflects it, but the whistle doesn't blow. It's still a delayed penalty here. And there's another foul. We're going to get a trip.
Yeah, Sean Toscano's going to spend some time in the box now.
So ball picked up finally by Nick Hadley. Toscano's going to get a trip on the second foul. I'm not sure what the first one was, so the Bulldogs will be likely 2 men down here. First one appears to be on Tyler Daldo. Yeah, and a slash. So that's going to be a minute. Well, Toscano is going to get a 30-second for trip.
Just 54.7 seconds left in the quarter.
Still scoreless here, so we'll see what the 4 long sticks can do for the Bulldogs to shut down this Sabre offense here. Ball gets moving. There, we get a quick stoppage here as there was an extra ball on the field, so Josh Beaton does some cleanup duty. Top left there, Brady Crow. Shot, score. Tough shot. Far side, that's Chris Whedon. Takes a lefty crank from Desmond's top left, and he can't quite catch up to it. Did get a piece of it, but only a deflection, and it does go in. So 43 seconds left here in the first quarter. We have our first goal. Souhegan goes up on the man up.
Souhegan goal by number 21, Christopher Whedon.
Both penalties are released, so we'll be even strength for the last 43 and change. We go back to the face-off X. Roberto will go down. We have procedure near side. So Jaden Bright wins the face-off. I believe somebody left early from the wing. Roberto scrapping around on the far side with Whedon. Good aggressive defense. Now double team, the ball gets on the carpet. Whedon picks it up, still scrapping.
Still on the ground.
People getting feisty down there. Looks like Souhegan is going to get possession here. I believe there was a push from behind. Near side to McGrath. And even farther over to Hawks.
17 seconds left.
Far side to Lawrence. He's driving lefty. Draws the double. Still has possession of the ball somehow.
5 to go. 3, 2.
Get a crank
Clock's
here.
gonna go.
We don't get a shot off. There's the horn, and we'll end the first quarter 1-0 Souhegan with a defensive struggle here, both sides. Outstanding defense. The only goal we had was on a 2-man up situation for Souhegan, as Chris Whedon was able to bury from top left.
And he had a good shot, and he beat the goalkeeper Desmond, and Bedford's had their chances as well. Unfortunately, a lot of our shots tend to miss the mark except for the one that hit the crossbar. So Bedford might have had a few more offensive opportunities, didn't make them pay. Souhegan took advantage of the one they had.
Yeah, absolutely. Colton Poole, as you were referring to, had a great face dodge, was able to get goal line extended to the goalie's right. Came in close on Mullen, beat him, but the shot was just too high. Hit the crossbar, deflected all the way out to the near side. So we head to the second quarter, 1-0. First-year head coach Nick Lambros has to be happy with that. The Sabres come in with a 3-1 mark on the year. They've had some good wins along the way. Bedford comes in at 1-2. They've had a little rocky start to their season. They got a win against Salem to start the season, but then have dropped 2 in a row, one to Pinkerton and one to Derryfield. Last week, their game at Concord was postponed due to soggy field conditions. Souhegan, as we mentioned, 3-1 coming in. They've beaten Merrimack, Dover, Hollis Brookline, and then had a tough one against Exeter, which is considered likely second in the state behind BG. Exeter has a strong team this year. So Souhegan, with that 3-1 record, comes in looking to extend it to 4.
And speaking of strong games, the ladies are at Souhegan today. They started about an hour earlier at 4:30. We don't have a score on that. Perhaps Corey Parker can get us one at some point.
The girls team has started undefeated this year. We're 5-0 last week. I'm not sure if they've had any other games since the last
No, they're
broadcast.
still 5-0.
Okay.
Hopefully 6-0 after today.
Roberto wins the faceoff for the Bulldogs against Jaden Bright. Circles back. Gives it to Griffin. He'll wait for Toscano to come in from the box. There you go. Run away from pressure. Back up top to Roberto. Now to Toscano. He's going to drive hard righty. Dish behind, and his pass is too high. Turnover Bulldogs. And the Sabres will attempt to clear. Near side to Davidson. Bounces it up the middle. Great handle by Anthony Garant. Outstanding pickup there. He's getting pressure near side. He's got Brian Riccio. Dishes down. Finds his teammate. Near side, goal line extended. That's Cole Manning. And back up top to Hawks. Roll away from pressure there is Garant. Far side. Good defense on Bartlett. Forces a tough pass. Coming near side. And that ball is out of bounds, so the Bulldogs will take over. Joe Michael picks it up. He better step over before he gets checked, and he does. Quick dodge. Shot. And that's a beach ball. No problem there for Mullen. But made up for. Good hustle. Dishes back now. That was Joe Michael making up for his tough shot there. And Nick Hadley dishes down to Kaliza. They'll settle. Hadley will trot off. Roberto and Griffin are joined by Toscano now, who gets possession. Back down to Griffin. He'll take his short stick defender behind. Look to dodge from X. Comes back to his right hand. Sees a Cutter Purnell. Closely guarded. Gets to his right hand in the middle. Double and triple teamed. Felt like he got popped up high, but no flag. Still is getting double teamed, and nobody's coming to his help. Kaliza now gets the ball behind. Feed in front. Roberto, and it scores. Great feed from behind by Kaliza. Found Roberto cutting right through the middle. And Roberto was able to finish on the doorstep.
Bedford goal by number 9, Dalton Roberto. Assist to number 1, Derek Kaliza.
1-1, here's your score. 9:06 left in the first half. Rather quiet offensive afternoon here. You can't blame the weather, Harry. It's 55 and sunny and beautiful out there.
Perfect day.
Looks like the field was rebrushed, redistributing all the little rubber pellets. Looks like the field's in great shape. All you have to blame is the lacrosse, nothing more.
Yeah, maybe the sunshine. The sun's getting a little low here during the day. Might be in the eyes of the whatever goaltender's on the east side of the field.
Possibly. We'll give him that great pick here. Excellent stick by Spencer Henrichon. Up quickly. Now Nick Hadley into transition. He'll slow things down. Wait for his offensive teammates. Henrichon's made some great defensive plays back there. That's Spencer, the sophomore. Of course, his older brother, senior Parker, is also on that starting defense. Ball's thrown away here by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Sean Toscano. He would have been in a great position to let go of a shot if he had come up with that ball.
Checked out now. The Bulldogs get back with possession. They run away. Andrew McGee down low. Kaliza looked to get a quick stick right in front. Loose ball push in front, though, so the Bulldogs will be granted possession again. Dangerous situation there. We're going to get a penalty flag thrown from midfield. And it looks like we have offside, as the Sabres had 7 people back in that defensive end. So a 30-second technical foul on the offside. Looked like Colin Douglas was trapped behind the play, or he'll take a knee in the box. The Bulldogs will go on the man up again. 8:02 left here in the first half. 1-1 is your score. Bulldogs go to the power play. Just using a little hockey vernacular for you, Harry.
Is it called a power play?
No,
in
man up,
lacrosse?
man up.
Thank
man
you.
up. EMO, extra man offense, is sometimes the acronym that you'll hear. But our Canadian brethren might call it a power play. Wheel on the side here. Kaliza draws one, dishes. Purnell takes a shot. It's outside. And that'll do it for the penalty. Clear attempt. Falls to the carpet. But Souhegan does pick up the ground ball. They get into the offensive end. He's whacked there a few times. Bedford defenders doing a great job getting that ball on the ground. Swiped up right at midfield again. Can't argue with their aggressiveness. And Henrishon finally gets the ball, and they'll take a timeout. Keep possession of that ball. Excellent hustle here, again, by Spencer Henrishon, as well as Brian Riccio. Keeping that ball on the ground, picking up the ground balls, and eventually getting possession for the Bulldogs. 7:01 left here in the first half, 1-1 in a defensive game.
And this Bedford team will be hosting Hollis Brookline on Wednesday. That'll be a 6 p.m. start here at BHS Stadium.
We will broadcast that one as well. And then they host Londonderry on Friday, which we may be able to get cameras and crew here for on Friday afternoon as well. So big games up ahead on the schedule for Bedford. They can't look past this afternoon's game, but 3-game homestand for them as they look to get back above 500. Bulldogs break their huddle. They're ready. They will take possession about the 40-yard line, near side. And what I'm looking for and waiting for from either one of the midfielders or one of the attackmen is somebody that's going to try to take over this offense, somebody that really wants to score. Right now they're dishing the ball off, looking for others to do it. Nobody's really taking that type A leadership type role, that leader of the pack. Stepped in by Andrew McGee. He'll get it over to Toscano. Toscano down the far side to Kaliza. Pick and roll from behind. Kaliza drives high righty. Gets top side. Doesn't pull the trigger yet. Gets double teamed. And now draws a short stick. He's going to want to isolate on that. They'll run through. Kaliza does a great job of protecting his stick, especially with a short stick. This is going to be a tough matchup for 25, Jaden Bright. Kaliza finally drops the ball, though. Good hustle by Bright, double team.
Got it right back.
They move it behind to Colton Poole. Back up top to Sean Toscano. Forcing him to his left. Takes the lefty shot just wide. If they're giving you that much room on the left side, you need to go ahead and take it. He does, and his shot just goes to the right. Drive here, lefty. Ball goes on the ground. Good hustle by the Bulldogs to recover that ball. But a slip and fall leads to a turnover there. Good play there by Davidson on the back end. Uh-oh, Kaliza
Turnover.
with a great interception, and he'll score. Unassisted, Kaliza. And the Bulldogs take the lead, 2-1. On a broken clear, Kaliza just got his stick up in the lane and picked off that pass from Mullen. Mullen was about 15 yards out of his net and was going to really struggle to get back there. So Kaliza buries and puts the Bulldogs up 2-1. So we'll go on an assist from Kaliza. 5:25 left here in the first half. 2-1 is your score. We go back to the face-off X. Looks like Joe Michael's going to be taking it this time for the Bulldogs. Against Zach Bartlett. Ball on the ground, picked up by Hadley. Nice dodge there. Gets around, escapes pressure. Gets into the offensive area. Gets checked though, the ball's on the ground.
Daldo's trying to get to it and gives up possession or position.
That ball came out of Hadley's stick on the check, so it will go to the Sabres. Picked up there by Brady Melvin. Uses his goalie. Back to Melvin. Now in the middle, ball's thrown away. Squeaks through. Good little hockey play there by Nick Hadley. But it goes right to the Sabres defenders. Back into the middle, we're going to get a whack there. Ooh, no call. Got
yeah,
away
I was
with one
expecting
there.
something there.
Yep. Henryshawn got away with one there. Michael using his football skills throughout the middle there. Gets away. Now to Josh Beaton. And the Bulldogs will take another timeout to keep possession here. 4:19 left in the first half. Some sloppy play through the midfield. Ball on the carpet quite a bit. Getting checked out of sticks. Sloppy passes. But the Bulldogs hold the lead.
Besides the lead, the one advantage I'm seeing so far from the Bulldogs, they're very good with winning those balls on the ground. They've been coming up with possessions and I think have a big edge on time of possession.
Practice those a lot, those 50-50 balls. That's all about hustle, heart, will. If you get after those and can be a ground ball machine, you're a huge asset to your team. We call those guys the Hoover vacuums, Harry. Picking everything up on the carpet.
Hard to do when everybody's whacking away.
It sure is. Sure is. But you can see some of the guys are pretty crafty about nudging the ball one direction or another, away from the pile, going the opposite direction that nobody expects so they can get it out and to themselves or out into one of their teammates. Those hockey guys like to get a little touch on it, little touch pass to their teammates. So the teams break their huddles. They will take the field. Just over 4 minutes to go here in the first half. 2-1 is your score. Sean Toscano strolls to the near side. We'll pick up the ball. And we'll draw long stick defenseman Brady Melvin. Long stick midi today. He'll touch it into the box. Look to Roberto on the far side. Roberto sets up a dodge. Goes strong righty down the right alley, and he'll score. Bouncer just slips by Mullen. And Roberto has his second of the game. Just a strong righty dodge down that right alley. And that ball seemed to have seeing eyes for the net. Bulldogs go up 3-1, 4:06 to go in the first half.
This period's been all Bulldogs so far, scoring all 3 goals.
And that's what you want to see from your midfielders. When they get matched up on those short stick defensemen, drive hard. Go to your strong hand, draw a double, look for the extra guy, and if nobody comes, shoot. Joe Michael here on the faceoff wins it.
Yeah, and he took it away from Zachary Bartlett, who had possession off the faceoff. He just knocked it out of his stick and picked it up.
Good hustle there. Michael finds Toscano coming in from the box.
And once again, Bedford controls the ball.
Roberto will look for his hat trick here, but instead he'll cut through. Toscano will drive hard righty. Dishes behind, they'll spin it from X. Kaliza near side finds Griffin. Griffin dodges, little swim move. Save there by Griffin. Looks like a bounce shot went right into Griffin's stick. And the Sabres will come out, try to clear. And they
turn it over.
Turn it over. Purnell, great catch in the middle. His pass over to Kaliza is not in catchable area.
Yeah, on a hockey 2-on-1, he put the pass behind his teammate there.
He sure did, and that's tough to corral from way back there. Dodging through the midfield is Finnegan Moran. Pass through the middle is batted down by the Bedford defense. Desmond comes up with it. Far side. And Roberto needed to come to that pass. Unfortunately, he waited for it. Now ball back in the middle, and they score. Brady Crow gets the pass, I believe, from Anthony Garrett. Cutting through the middle, and Crow comes back. Puts Souhegan within a goal with 2:29 left here in the first half.
Durant's going to pick up the assist on that play at 2:29 of the second quarter. And that makes it a 3-2 game here with 2:29 left before half.
That's a tough one there. Desmond probably is going to be kicking himself on that outlet pass. It was kind of a lollipop. Wants to get that sharp and crisp out to his midfield, and could have taken some extra time. Ball down on the ground here. Save by Mullen.
And a quick pickup by Kaliza, I think. Yep, number one.
That is Kaliza, yes. Goalie's back right. Drives, draws the double. Needs to roll away and find a teammate. He gets checked. That ball's on the ground again. They get it up to midfield, but can't quite make the connection. Good hustle there.
Ball still loose on the ground,
Andrew
bouncing
McGee.
around.
Good hustle there. Getting in the mix of it. Should have a push from behind there on Black. And yes, that's what it is. Sabres a little too aggressive there in the pile. Toscano will come away with it. 1:42 left here in the first half. Top center to Andrew McGee. Gets it far side to Zach Griffin. He's going to dodge righty. Pull the trigger. Save.
Nice save.
Good save by Mullen. Saw it all the way. About hip side, stick side, hip high, stick side. But then they turn it over again. McGee on that ground ball. Couldn't make the connection there at midfield as they were looking for Jaden Bright. Get it to Purnell behind. Nobody's carding him. Far side, Kaliza can't get it to go. Mullen got a piece of it. Defenseman there picks up the ball. That's Brett Bouvier. Long pass up to midfield. Batted back onto the Bedford side. Still on the carpet here. Now Melvin picks it up. Legs it into the offensive end. Good hustle there. McGee only stepped out of bounds, and that'll be Bedford ball.
Another Souhegan turnover, and this one with 43.2 seconds left before halftime, and a timeout is called.
Timeout.
Oh. Wow, it seems like we had a timeout before Melvin stepped out of bounds. So Souhegan will keep possession of that ball. He did step on the near side sideline, but apparently they had called timeout just before that happened. So the Sabres will keep possession, and 43 seconds left here in the half. I'll echo it again. Sloppy play through the midfield. A lot of broken clears. You know, I can't say it's due to the ride either. I mean, that ball is just not being completed, or they're sloppy passes getting thrown over people's heads or bouncing them on the carpet. So not as crisp as you want to see your clear, especially from the Souhegan side.
And to me, I go back to the 2-on-1 that was foiled by an errant pass to a teammate, putting it behind him. You know, that could have been the fourth goal for Bedford.
It sure could have. I believe that was Purnell who drew a man on the far side here to the left goal as we look at the field. Tried to dish it back across the crease to Kaliza, who was cutting down, and it was just too far high and wide. So 43 seconds here. Nick Hadley will come on and take on Anthony Garrett. Garrett will push it far side to Crow. Crow guarded by Michael. Now near side, we have Douglas. Likely going to burn some time off the clock and won't go for a dodge or a shot until about 10 seconds left, looking for the last shot.
17 to go now.
Now far side to Manning.
8 seconds.
Manning looks to dodge, gets to top side. Ball skips off the carpet. Shot is wide, 2 seconds, one, and the Sabres will get another look at it. And they need to jam it into the crease right here.
Yeah, Whedon
as
backed
Whedon
it up.
has it behind. Near side, shot, no good. As Desmond makes the save, and we'll go to halftime with the Bulldogs leading 3-2.
Scoring recap in the first quarter, it was Whedon with a goal at the 43.6 second mark. Put the Sabres up 1-0, and then Bedford scored the next three. Number 9, Dalton Roberto from Derek Kaliza at the 9:06 mark, tied it up at 1. And then Kaliza unassisted at 5:25 off that turnover in the offensive zone. Made it 2-1. Dalton Roberto again unassisted at 4:06 to put the Bulldogs up 3-1. And then just a moment ago at 2:29, it was Brady Crow with the assist from Anthony Garrett. Made it 3-2.
Goals are seldom today. Beautiful day. We'll take a few minutes for halftime, and we will rejoin you on the other side for second half action here from Bedford High School.
About 9 minutes from now.
Welcome back to Bedford High School for second half action. As the Bulldogs take on the Souhegan Sabres. Halftime score is Bedford 3, Souhegan 2. We've got a scramble for the faceoff here. Ball's still on the ground. Possession has been called, so we have a bunch of people scrambling for that ball. Henryshawn got possession of it, but was balancing on that sideline. Tossed it behind the back.
Bit of a Hail Mary throw there.
It sure was. And Davidson came up with it for the Sabres. Back into the offensive end now comes Souhegan. They get it behind to Manning. Now near side to Hawks. Up top now to Garrett. An assist on the day from the senior midfielder. Gets it back now. Draws the long stick midfielder. Now they kick it behind. Find Manning again. Near side to Hawks. Whedon gets it now. Looks to drive. He's going to come back lefty. Fires one high over the top of Desmond's cage. Backed up behind by Aiden Lawrence. Whedon again. Gets to his left hand. They're going to clear out. Quick double team comes though. Ball gets fired behind and back on the ground as the Bulldog defenders are scrappy at goal line extended. Now up top, they find Douglas. Now Garrett takes his time, looks to isolate. Good pressure here by Sheridan. Bats the ball down, gets it on the carpet again. Now it's pulled away by Henryshawn.
Sheridan making the defensive play there.
Great defensive play here by Anthony Garrett. Riding Tristan Kerr out of bounds on the near sideline. Now he'll pick it up So the Bulldogs had the clear but couldn't find an open player as Kerr goes out of bounds. And the Sabres back on the offensive end. Good slide here by the defense. Nick Hadley gets into the gloves. Back to Garrett. Probing now. Get back to the near side. They find Garrett again. Looks inside. Checked away. Great check there by Joe Michael. Picks up the ground ball. Now runs through pressure. Spin dodge. Back near side. He's going to step it into the offensive box. Roll away. And now finds Colton Poole. Poole brings it behind. Now drives hard. Gets topside. Dishes in the middle. Purnell can't squeeze it. Hadley there, though, for the ground ball.
Yeah, Purnell was able to chip it over to him. Save the possession.
Hadley taking his time. Looking for some help. Makes the dodge. Ball gets on the ground. Help comes over from Roberto, but that ball gets checked out of his stick. The Sabres will get possession. 8:16 left here in the third quarter. No scores in the second half. We remain at 3-2 Bedford. Far side. Good hustle there on the clear. That was Hawks clearing it down the far sideline. Now it spins back up top and finds Crow.
Off his
Errant
stick.
pass. Errant pass there as Maddox McGrath could not quite handle that. Now Griffin picks it up, makes a dodge. Runs around another attackman. And will get past the 50 and settle into the offensive side. Poole here, guarded by Davidson. He'll take a run. Gets it back up top now. Griffin, now to McGee. McGee drives righty, gets to the alley. Good check there, though. Discouraged the shot. Now tipped by Griffin. Ooh, he almost knocked it into his own cage. But does come up with the ground ball right at his feet. Out close to Brett Bouvier. And they work the three-man game. And it's back to Mullen. Mullen finds the cutter up near midfield. He gets double teamed there. Ball gets batted away. And now McGee comes away with it. And he'll run through midfield again. Into the offensive end. Draws a slide. Rolls away from pressure. Needs to keep running, though. Davidson harassing McGee. Now back up top to Roberto. He'll wait for his first-line offensive-minded teammates to join the field in the midfield. They do have a break here. And the ball goes sailing above Griffin's head and out of bounds.
An unforced error there by the Bulldogs.
Sure was. Turnover. Quadruple team there on the far side near the 50, and the ball finally comes out. Roberto scoops over to Purnell. He can't handle it.
That was kind of a blind pass there.
Sure was.
No look that went awry.
They dish it. They find Garrett in the midfield. He gets popped, draws two, now three. Spin move around. Desmond comes up with a great save. Got behind him, and it looked like it was very close to passing that goal line, but did not go in. Hadley now, his pass is deflected in the midfield. Pushed forward by Melvin. Rolls away from pressure. Now it's back on the ground as Hadley was able to check it away. Joe Michael now. Now we get a push. Ooh, close to the whistle. And a little bit of an acting job here by Melvin is going to draw a flag. Looks like Sy will head to the box for that one. Luke Sy just after the whistle, but far enough after the whistle that it drew the yellow hanky. So Souhegan takes a timeout, keeps possession as things were scrambling through the midfield. Penalty is called. And I believe Cy will go in the box and feel shame. 5:17 left here in the third quarter. Score is still 3-2 Bedford, but it looks like the Souhegan Sabres will be going on the extra man opportunity.
And usually low-scoring contest today, but both teams really taking their time with the offense, looking for that perfect opening. Not really taking any quick shots or driving to the net. Just keep working that perimeter until something opens up.
Exactly. We usually try to see some of those big, strong, athletic midfielders drive hard to their strong hand and rip shots, but we're not seeing much of that today. Even against the long stick defensemen or long stick midfielders, you know, we're still not seeing that aggressive mindset going towards the cage. So we do see that Luke Cy is taking a knee in the box. Josh Beaton substitutes in on attack. He will come over the midline as soon as he's released on the penalty. We'll go to 6-on-5 Lacrosse as Garrett comes in top left of Desmond. They work it behind, cutter in the middle, and that was a quick goal. That was Colin Duckless on the pass from behind from Aiden Lawrence. And the score is tied, 3-3. Very quick start to that extra man opportunity. Honestly, maybe only 3 passes and you saw a goal.
Face-off controlled by Bedford.
Roberto gets possession, draws a double team. Looks back and away, sees Beaton. Beaton, the utility man, not looking to be aggressive on the offensive end, so finds Roberto. Roberto draws the long stick. Finds Purnell now. Purnell will take a run. Needs to cut in and out. If he keeps same speed with the same tempo, that ball's going to get knocked on the ground. Now we're going to get a cheap little shot here by Finnegan Moran. He's going to go off. Look like an interference kind of call off the ball. They might call him for a cross check, but that is the yellow hanky you see at the feet there of Josh Dupuis. Toscano now will look to isolate. He has Anthony Garrett. He's going to trot 2X and see what he can do as he dodges from behind the cage. Goes to his left hand, surprising, looks across, finds Kaliza but can't make the connection. Ball goes on the ground, picked up by Davidson, and we will get blown dead on the delayed penalty. So an interference off the ball. Kind of a weak call, I have to say. As the defensemen were trying to just get a little saucy with the cutter. Finnegan Moran will go off, though, and take a knee. 3:51 to go here in the third quarter. Score is knotted at 3. And Bedford goes to the extra man. Again, set up in their 2-3-1. Kuliza's far side. Behind. Daldo to Kuliza. Now to Griffin. Near side to Poole. Purnell pops off. Kuliza with a shot. Rolls it along the carpet. Can't get it on net. Feed back into the middle. Shot is wide. Toscano misses to the left on the feed from Poole. Backed up behind. Kuliza back up top to Toscano. He'll take a shot and stings the corner. Stick side high, ripped it. And Toscano puts the Bulldogs back up top on the feed from Kuliza.
So goals off penalties on both sides in this third quarter. Bedford comes back out top,
Go by
4-3.
number 6, Sean Toscano. Assist number 1, Derek Kaliza.
Again, that's the extra man opportunity you're looking for. You need to have that open shot with time and space. Toscano had a couple there and was finally able to find the corner. We'll head back to the face-off. Roberto for the Bulldogs. And Jaden Bright for the Sabres. Nice little push back by Roberto. Hadley finds the point man. Good defense there by the Sabres. Roberto gets handcuffed by the pass. And we're going to have withholding there.
Yeah, I was going to ask if the defensive player lands on the ball. I assume that is not allowed.
That's not allowed, and it's called withholding. You're withholding the ball from the play. It looked like somebody was actually calling a hold on the defense there. I don't think that's the right call, but the withholding is the right call. So the Bulldogs do pick it up and get possession. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Bulldogs back in the offensive end. And McGee will take a trot behind. He's guarded by Bright. Rolls away from pressure, gets to his left hand, and he scores. Got top side. Overly aggressive defense by Jaden Bright behind. And Andrew McGee makes him pay on the unassisted goal. 5-3 is the score as Bedford takes a 2-goal lead.
21, Andrew McGee, unassisted.
So 2 quick ones here put Bedford back, and they match their largest lead of the afternoon at 2, which is saying something for this defensive match that we have here.
Well, scoring seems to be picking up here.
Roberto back to the faceoff X. He takes on Zach Bartlett this time. Good scrap. And Roberto comes away with it. Steps it in. Now backs away from pressure. Luke Tsai runs off. Gets Zach Griffin on.
Bedford still maintaining that advantage in the loose balls.
Loose balls and time of possession. We don't have official stats here, but probably a 60-40 split, if not more, in favor of Bedford. Griffin now, near side, dumps behind to Purnell. Purnell doesn't look like he wants to carry it for long. Runs back, far side, gets goal line extended. Couple of whacks, now up top to Sean Toscano. Near side, Zach Griffin, back to his left hand. Had space, but put it back in his right hand and went back into trouble. Feed into Kaliza now. He gets double teamed, 2 long sticks whacking away. His ball gets backed up. Roberto, good dodge. Second good dodge. He's going to rip. No, going to get checked from behind. Great check by Melvin. Getting back into the play. He picks up the ground ball and now gets back through midfield. Up ahead to Aiden Lawrence. Lawrence gets back to his left hand. Henrishon whacking away. Can't get the ball on the ground. Near side, Desmond save on the shot by Cole Manning. Outlet pass to Luke Tsai. He can't handle it. Picks up the ground ball, though. Stick side high right into Desmond's stick. Was an easy save here as we enter the last minute of play in the third quarter. Roll away. Purnell gets high side. Can't get it to go. Misses near side for him. But Daldo backs it up. 37 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Daldo picks it up. Whistle blows. We'll see if the Bulldogs try to hold for last shot. Checked out of the stick there behind by Finnegan Moran. And picked up on the ground ball by Brett Bouvier. Looking downfield, finds his attackman. And it works. Ball was batted around a little bit, but Lawrence picks it up. Gets back, feed far side, great stick again by Henrishon. Spencer Henrishon's had a day back there. Batting balls, making checks, getting the ball on the ground. This time another stick is checked Looked like Kerr got a stick on that one as Desmond went around behind the cage. And the defense holds again. And the third quarter bell sounds. So 5-3 is the Bedford lead. They head to the fourth with a 2-goal advantage.
And recapping the scoring there in the third quarter, you had Colin Douglas for the Souhegan Sabres tying it up at 3 apiece. That was a power play goal, man advantage goal.
Extra man, yes,
Extra
exactly.
man goal at 5:07. And then just moments later, you had Aiden Lawrence with help from, Sean Toscano with help from Daniel Kaliza. Another man advantage goal at 3:19. That put Bedford back up 4-3. And then Andrew McGee, unassisted, at 2:37, puts us where we are now at 5-3, Bedford.
So 5-3, 2-goal advantage. Coach Joe Hansmeyer has to be pleased, especially with the second half of that third quarter. The second 6 minutes, if you will. As they started a little bit of a sluggish pace in the first part of the third quarter, but then got things together and popped 2 goals in to take that 2-goal advantage.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Souhegan plays this last quarter. Will they get more aggressive? Will they, like you said, send their middies down the middle, attacking the goal more in this final period, trying to make up a 2-goal deficit? And does Bedford continue to just slow the ball down and eat up clock with possession?
Sure, ball control offense, I can imagine that we'll see. There was a little bit of chippiness that we saw out there a little bit early on. Hasn't led to anything. Relatively clean game, a couple penalties here and there, but nothing too severe. 12 minutes are back on the board here for the final quarter of play, and we'll head to the face-off X. Roberto will take on Bright. And they head down for the face-off. Get instructions from the referee. There's the whistle. Roberto's looking out to his wings. Riccio is able to pick it up. Dishes back to Henrichon. And they'll set up their clear. Desmond far side to Kerr. Back to Desmond. Now one bouncer into the middle to Beaton. He gets popped right in the middle and the ball pops out. Beaton comes back, tries to help with Manning. But a failed clear gives Souhegan the ball. Switch behind on Manning as Kerr harasses him. Whedon back to Manning. Now near side to Lawrence. Crow up top. Now Garrett back to Crow. He'll drive, get to his left hand. Draws a double team. Good hit there in the middle. Ooh, we're going to get a flag, though.
That's a bit of a late flag.
Late flag. And
I think the official is thinking about that, processing what he saw, and then deciding it was flag worthy.
Great double team, I have to say, but I think what they're going to call is that the hit was a little too high up in the head and neck area of Crow, who was on the dodge there. Went to his left hand, was driving through the middle and drew that double team, but that check came a bit up high, and that is Zach Griffin that heads to the box and feels shame. Whedon draws one. Can't make the connection, and Kerr scoops it out front. Picks up the ground ball. He's chased down. They keep the ball on the ground, and there's a push from behind. Whedon gets a little saucy, and he's going to get a flag. Whedon will go to the box for that as Kerr made a great play on the defensive side. Batted the ball, scooped that ground ball out into the midfield area and was able to chase it down. And a silly penalty on Whedon will negate the man-up opportunity for the Souhegan Sabres.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Lambros wasn't happy with that. One of his players losing his head and negating a extra man situation for the Sabres.
So we'll have even up 5-on-5 play here for at least a few seconds. I didn't have the time on that first penalty. So it'll likely be, 10 or 15 seconds as the Bulldogs were killing the first part of that penalty. Griffin will be released from the box, but for now it's 5-on-5. Roberto has the ball. He's guarded up top by Finnegan Moran. Now it's given down low to Poole. Back to X to Purnell. Purnell gets high side to his right. Kuliza catches it offside, but can't finish there. That was a cross-hand catch there. Well done to at least corral the ball by Kuliza, but his shot goes wide. Back up top to Toscano. Shot right into the stick of Mullen. Stick side hip. Relatively easy save from Mullen. Great catch there by Moran. Rolls away from pressure. Now it comes back. Duckless here. Lawrence gets high side. Lefty shot save. Great stick and foot save there by Desmond. Kicks it out to his left. An important save right there for Desmond. They spin it back up top. Now to Crow. Souhegan sets up their offense. They're in a circle now. Cutter through the middle. No pass. 9 minutes to go here in the game. Bedford still holds a 2-goal game, 5-3. Through the middle here. We're looking for Bedford to take body. They get the check. Ball comes out of the stick of the Souhegan player. Scramble for the ball here. Good clean play. A lot of times you see a push from behind there, but nothing this time. Joe Michael upfield, can't quite make the connection, but backed up nicely. Poole. And he can't gain possession, as Bouvier was there challenging that ball. And now his pass is going to go out of bounds as Henrichon made a great slide up the field. Was able to check Hawks before he caught that ball.
Yeah, it was fortunate that the ball didn't come closer to Douglas. 18, he was in all alone in front of the Bedford goal.
Sure was. Quick pass up to Joe Michael now. He surveys the scene, makes a move or two. Ball gets checked out, though, as Garant got hard into Joe Michael, and ball popped loose. Slide to Garant. He looks to feed. Good checks there by Henrichon. That's Parker Henrichon. Now back to the far side. Whedon takes a shot from outside. It sails too high. Backed up behind, though, by Hawks. Far side, now back up top. Whedon draws a double. Cutter through the middle. Pass, that's going to go out of bounds. Great hustle, but they can't catch up to it, as looked like Owen Nolek chasing that ball down. And again, they can't make that connection. Joe Michael looks to the box. His pass goes to the feet of Griffin, and the Bulldogs will come back to defense.
Yeah, that pass handcuffed him.
Yeah, tough to catch it when it's at your feet. Joe Michael looks to make up for it, though.
No, the Bulldogs have had several turnovers here, giving Souhegan extra possessions.
They sure have. Good aggressive defense there by Joe Michael as he was harassing Crow up top, and it's going to force a timeout by the Souhegan Sabres. So 6:53 to go here in the game. Bedford still holds a 2-goal lead, 5-3. Yeah, again, that's the stick skills right there. Joe Michael saw Zach Griffin coming out of the box and had him wide open, but just put that pass right at his feet. That's a tough place to catch it. It skips past Griffin and gets turned over. Sabres came in with it. And then you saw the scramble, right? The Bulldogs did a great job of getting their offensive personnel off, their defensive personnel on, and were able to recover and not have too much of an issue come from that turnover. So we'll get a pause now.
Corey Parker's back in the press box. I wonder if you got a score from down in Amherst on the ladies.
Coach Hodgson has not texted me back yet, unfortunately.
Nothing yet.
We will find out when we find out.
Teams break their huddles. They'll head back out to the field. Sabres take over at about the 35-yard line, far side. And Garrett has the ball, guarded by Riccio. Long stick midfielder, freshman, getting quite a bit of time here in this game. Sabres are in a 3-3 to set up. They'll see an exchange near side with the midfielder and attack. Now Manning behind. He finds Douglas. Far side, now top center to Crow. Crow looks for cutters. Defense does well to keep their sticks up in the passing lane. Behind again to Manning. He drives lefty, looks for cutters. Can't find anybody. Guarded closely by Kevin Sheridan behind. Staying in his gloves, keeping his feet moving. Gets high side, shot, does not go, but it's backed up far side. Good hustle by Sheridan to get back in that play. He was beat top side by Manning, who was going to his left.
Now, why is that considered a backup when it looked more like a pass than a shot on goal?
He was shooting and got checked in his motion of his shot. That's my interpretation. It seemed like the referees agreed with that. Tough shot there. Doesn't go. Desmond makes the save. The ball does not go out of bounds. Good hustle on the ground ball. Now Henrishon picks it up. That's Spencer Henrishon. Far side finds Desmond. Now finds Sheridan, who runs over a defender right at the 40-yard line, hearkening back to his football days, and now the Bedford Bulldogs will take a timeout. Great clear by the Bulldogs at a critical time. 5:13 to go here in the fourth quarter. They hold a 2-goal lead, 5-3.
And as you mentioned earlier, 2 more contests here at home for the Bulldogs. A Wednesday contest at 5:30, or sorry, 6 o'clock against Hollis Brookline, and then a 5:30 game on Friday against Londonderry.
We are definitely carrying the Wednesday game. Bill, what do you think about Friday?
I'll have to look at it.
Okay, we can't promise Friday at this point in time, as the Bulldogs will take on the visiting Lancers. We'll see what we can do. If not, we will catch up with you at the next home game for the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs have possession here, 5 minutes on the clock, give or take. They're looking for a solid possession, a deliberate possession. Burn some time off the clock. Look for a good shot on goal if they can get one in tight.
Pushing it up to 3-goal lead might make it somewhat more difficult for the Sabres to come back.
Sure would.
I mean, just judging on the pace of scoring in this game, the goals have been few and far between. Only 8 goals in this entire game so far.
Toscano starts out with it. Dishes behind to Poole. Kaliza handles a low pass. Now Griffin, and back up top to Roberto. They've put the pole on Roberto this time. Toscano draws Garrett. He's going to look to go again. And here's that deliberate approach. Looks like we have a 1-4-1. Although, no, they've bounced back into a different formation here. Griffin, now back up top to Roberto. Roberto looks to take the pole. Gets a pick from Toscano. Gets around Garrett. They're back to the middle, nothing there, so Kaliza gets it behind. He drives, now retreats to X. A minute has come off the clock, 4:15 to go in the game. And again, this is the ball control that we expected coming out of that timeout. Toscano gets the edge though. We'll pull it back out. Drew the double, now to Roberto. Roberto gets double teamed. Back in the middle to Toscano. If he drives, he's going to have odd man, but chooses to handle it. Toscano gets a lane, drives hard right, he cranks, no good. Kaliza gets the backup, quick feet there, gets him behind the goal just in time to back it up.
Yeah, he was all the way up to goal line extended and had to really hustle to get back there to back up that play.
He sure was. Came high though, got his feet moving, and got behind the cage just in time to keep possession for the Bulldogs. Kaliza comes all the way out. Griffin balances that sideline,
Yeah,
now
you
makes a
came very
dodge.
close. Stayed in though. Got a man open.
Takes the righty shot, gets tipped, and Poole makes the right play, lets it go out, and is standing right there to back it up on the shot. 3 minutes to go now.
2 minutes on this possession so far.
Ooh, good check there. Excellent check on the fake. Poole through the fake. Bouvier was there and got a great stick check. Causes the turnover. Now Poole gets back after it. Good help for him. He's going to get a cross check to the head though. And that flag on the ride is going to send Poole to the box. 2:51 to go. Bedford holds a 5-3 lead, but they go to the man down defense and will try to hold. So the Sabres get the extra man opportunity. They get their power one, if you will, on the ice. Right, Harry?
Yep.
Power one. Garrett will take it up top. He'll have Crow, Whedon, Manning, Hawks, and Duckless. Whedon feeds it down to Manning. Back up top. Crow into the middle for Garrett. Whedon now has been cranking lefty.
Great
save, Desmond. Chases down the ground ball. Gets it up top. Now Henrishon quickly closing on the double team. Now we're going to get a foul on Whedon again. Kind of a silly foul behind the play, and another hanky.
Flag.
Not sure what that one was all about. Probably chirping as we get a shot on cage by Kaliza. That gets stopped by Mullen on the doorstep, but we do have two yellow hankies littering the field. And Whedon's going to take another couple of penalties and get this to be a tough situation for the Sabres. Because it's the same player, there will only be one person down, but depends on the number of the penalty here. Well, it looks like we actually have two players down. So Hawks and Whedon are those kneeling. So there will be two men down, likely for a minute each. It looks like we have, Poole is still in the box on that man down. Somebody just got locked in, so I'm not sure who that was. But Parker Henrishon trotted to the sideline. Looks like there's some conversation going on there. So we don't have too much clarity at this point in time. Sheridan trots back on. Parker Henrishon has gone off. We don't have too much clarity on exactly what the penalties are, but we do see Poole, who is serving the initial penalty. And we do have Andrew Hawks in the box for the Sabres. I believe Whedon will get a penalty as well. And because it was after the play, it seems like the Sabres are going to go on a 5-on-4 here. I'm a little surprised by what happened there. Not quite sure on the calls. It'd be great if we had some clarity. If we could mic up the officials, that'd be even better, but I don't want to hear Tyler Leeds too much in my ear. So I believe I just heard a 20 seconds of man up from down on the field as they try to clarify the situation for both fans and players. Garrett starts the 5-on-4 for Souhegan. He'll drive hard righty, take a shot, save by Desmond, kicks it out. Spencer Henrichon tracks down the ground ball. Great job there, finds Kerr now. Kerr rolls back away from pressure. Finds Henrichon, now into the middle to Michael. Looks over his shoulders. Now he'll look to evade the attackman and does so cleanly. Now gets it up to Poole, who is released from his penalty. 1:33 left here in the game. 2-goal lead by Bedford. And now they have a 5-on-5. Ball gets knocked away. Melvin with a great check. And now he leads the break. Can't find too many players, so loops it way to the far side. Shot saved by Desmond, who's been strong in net all evening. His outlet pass handcuffs Sheridan.
Oh, he let
and
it
that
go
ball
out of
goes out of bounds. 1:04 left. 2-goal lead by the Bulldogs. But now Douglas brings it in. Near side. Garrett.
1 minute to go.
Dishes off to Douglas. Fires through the middle. That does not get complete. Henrichon, Spencer Henrichon picks it up. Tosses it far side. Poole, excellent catch. He's got Kuliza. Kuliza catches, and Kuliza finishes. Great play there by Poole. All started on the defensive end by Spencer Henrichon, who's had a game today. Finished off by Kuliza, and that will likely do it. So Kuliza scores from Poole.
Bedford goal by number 1, Derek Kuliza. Assistant number 26, Colton Poole.
And that puts the Bulldogs up 6-3 with 42 seconds to go in the game. With that play, we're looking at Bedford likely getting to 500, improving their record to 2-2 on the year. They have 42 seconds to play out. Crazy things happen in lacrosse as goals can come fast and furious, but not when Roberto has been winning faceoffs like that. And the Bulldogs will take a timeout again. 32 seconds to go. They'll get their sure-handed offensive players on the field, and they'll look to kill out this 32 seconds. As a coaching staff, we used to call this armadillo. You run to the corner and you keep that stick right in front of your chest.
Yeah.
You try to bury it.
Just run off some clock here. And, you know, to borrow a little hockey terminology here, maybe do a 3 stars of the game here.
Okay.
I would give definitely one of the stars, if not the first star, to goalkeeper Matt Desmond.
Absolutely.
Who came up big with some great saves in the second half. Really saw the ball all the way into his stick.
47 saves on the afternoon. That's not an official statistic, but he did come up big in the cage. Great job by Matt Desmond. He was supported quite well by Spencer Henrichon. Spencer Henrichon was making plays all over the place on the back end there. Batting balls, picking up ground balls, getting clears. Great job by the sophomore defenseman.
And Derek Kuliza with 2 goals and 2 assists in this game.
Likely gets that additional star there. I'm not sure how you'd order them, but great plays by the 3 of them all throughout the afternoon. Yeah, that was a gross exaggeration of 47 saves by Desmond, but, you know, you like to give the kid credit. He played well between the pipes. Restart the clock here. McGee has it. He'll run away from pressure, get the wheels going. Kuliza now.
15 seconds to play.
Gets double teamed back across the field. They keep the ball on the ground. Sabres finally get it out. They see a cutter. 2-1, and that'll do it. Runs out time on that. game. And the Bulldogs come away with the victory. Final score here from Bedford High School, 6-3 as the Bulldogs come away with victory.
And the only goal in that fourth period coming from Derek Kuliza with the assist from Colton Poole that made it 6-3.
Souhegan's next game will be
Well, for the BCTV crew, Bill Jennings, Colleen Richardson, appreciate everybody tuning in to the game this afternoon. Harry Kozlowski, it was a pleasure to have you back in the booth with me.
No, my pleasure too. Corey Munster Tiger, showing that expertise in the sport that makes him such a quality announcer in this game.
Thank you very much, Harry. We appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll see you next time, definitely on Wednesday, perhaps on Friday. Have a good evening.